What's up, everybody? It's Bailey from Lincoln's Legends Podcast. We are hanging out at Dumb Records with Brian Galecki. What's up, man?
What's up?
It has
good
been
to be here.
a crazy year. The last season, I have this. This is all of YouTube pulled up, and I would say a good 85% of the YouTube videos were filmed here. I'm pretty stoked about it. There's been
been a big
Record
year.
Store Day, I believe, kicked it off. Well,
We have Record Store Day in April, which you were here for, and then we had another one in November. It's been a huge year for the record store. We've done pop-up shops like places all over, like the mall we did Soho Music Festival, Down Home Music Festival,
Yes.
a few other places I'm sure I'm forgetting, but huge year for the record store and Southtown in general.
You guys had the Kickstarter for Southtown in general, and that was successful.
Project Southtown, which was
Project,
successful.
there you go,
Still
sorry.
an ongoing project, of
Yeah,
course.
absolutely. There's a continued maintenance that it takes. I'm
Yeah.
just glad that the financial responsibility can be shared with the community.
Yeah.
Because it is. I say it so many times.
Well,
and
not even the financial responsibility, but just the push to make the neighborhood better.
Yeah, no,
Shared.
absolutely. Yeah, it goes back to
You know?
the
It's
beta.
not- yeah.
Well, it goes back to the beta episode when you're like, okay, the Lincoln's losers are people that haven't given Southtown a chance, and that was like a recurring theme that I said because you actually flipped the script on, hey, here's your chance to throw somebody under the bus or highlight them, and you're like, you know what? I'm kind of doing one of the same.
All right.
And I was able to use it as a tool to inspire other people. Hey, you could dog on somebody, or you could say, just give it a shot. That's all that we're asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got tons of YouTube videos, the Lincoln's Legends channel, of the events that were happening. I guess one of the huge ones would be Looming's, for me, Looming's CD release party.
Absolutely.
I got to record the video here, hanging out, and now they're on tour.
Just Looming in general is a huge
Oh my
thing
God!
of 2015.
It's amazing.
Like I was talking to Brandon the other day. He said like a year ago, like,
Yeah.
they didn't know they were going to be on No Sleep Records.
Oh
like
my
they
God.
had just beginning recording their album, or they were in the middle of recording it a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, like so much has gone great for them within the past year, and here they are a year later, and they're on the road. They're in Utah right now or something like that.
Yeah.
Making their way out to the West Coast
Yeah.
with their new album, and it's great.
It's also your birthday, so
They
I
have-
had to dress
yeah.
nice. I had to dress nice for your birthday.
Well,
I-
yesterday.
I missed it just a little bit.
I appreciate
Just
it.
a little bit.
Yeah. The record store is also turning 2 years old this month. The 16th, we're going to have a celebration. If I can plug that.
No,
We're going to have a
absolutely.
show at Black
Yeah.
Sheep on the 16th of January.
I am
bands.
technically on hiatus. I've only released a episode that was the year interview, which I didn't produce. I was just there, and then this. I'm doing a lot of work for season 2. I can't really tell you a lot about it, but if I got to do a year interview with all the podcast guys, I really want to do a year interview because this has always been a home base where I just come in and I'm like, hey, what's going on? What's awesome? Let's hang out. Let's talk about it. Let's highlight it. There's so much culture in this one block radius.
Yeah.
And today, every time I come here, I experience something new. I mean, today
Yep.
I had pancakes.
Some nice pancakes.
There's bands of pancakes, and they're not just like frozen pancakes. There's a griddle here, and there is a lovely woman that is making these pancakes, and she has almonds and pecans and vegan-friendly chocolate, which I'd never seen before.
We've
And
got it all. We've got it all at the
blueberries.
cafe.
It's
Come on
amazing.
down.
There's a band playing. Where's the band playing from tonight?
A couple bands from Champaign tonight. Single Player and Cowabunga Kid. And then a couple local bands, Sap and Tang.
And then you also said that there was a band that sent you a record from
Yeah.
overseas.
We do Record of the Night. Some of you are familiar. We have a blog where we listen to a different record every night, and sometimes bands send us records to listen to. And tonight we did a record from the UK, from a band called Deadline, or Deathline.
Deathline.
That's what
I'm
they're
trying to
called.
pull up some information now.
And we're listening
Not
to the
very
record.
good.
It's in the background right now.
All I got is movies. Deathline
Deathline
music.
Music. There you go. That's it.
Wow, it's very electronic. Like, what was that band that covered Blue Monday? There was a band that covered Blue Monday that was an 80s band, sounds just like it. Anyways, that's awesome that you're getting the national attention. Now, you've always had the bands come through.
International
Well,
attention.
excuse me, international.
Yes.
You've always had the bands come through as far as wanting to play the Black Sheep because it's just a huge entity. But it's amazing that now you're getting bands, hey, play our stuff. It's almost like a new version of a radio station.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, hey,
Look at it
play
that
our
way.
stuff, play our stuff. And essentially, the old idea is if your stuff gets good enough on their version of the air or the radio that they play it. And have you talked to them about playing here?
Oh, that band?
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll put the record of the night up, and then I'll say, hey, we did it. Yeah, and I'll say, yeah, sure. I'll throw out like if you ever tour the U.S., hit us up.
No,
'Cause
that's
absolutely.
awesome. It's a nice way.
That
to
actually
like-
did happen at least once for Record of the Night. There was a band called Benny and the Jet Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And they didn't send us their record right away, but they were asking about sending us the record, and I was like, also, if you're ever on tour,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah.
And they ended up just coming out and doing Record of the Night with us.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And of course, we did their record too
awesome.
later on.
All right, so you got the 2-year party coming up in about like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So what
Or
can we
whenever.
expect for the big record party?
It's just gonna be a normal show, not a whole lot, but we're probably gonna have a raffle where we give away a record player. We'll have that. We'll have like a box in here with that set up. Like I'm thinking like $2 raffle tickets, and you'll be entered in the chance to win a record player that's like worth 100 or so. We're starting to get a lot more record players in the shop, which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, get more kids listening to music and stuff.
So it's 1120 South Grand. They keep screwing it up.
1107 is the address
1107.
for here.
Is Black Sheep 1120?
1320.
Ah,
1320 South 11th. This is 1107 South Grand East.
There we go. So there's the address. Come down to Southtown. It's an amazing place to hang out. Thank you so much for being so awesome to me and to the show.
Are we done talking about what happened this year?
No.
Okay, no?
No, you I didn't know. I didn't
well,
want
for-
to take
for-
it on too long.
For wrapping up, I wanted to throw out, we had a poll on our website where everybody
Yeah.
voted for their favorite shows and albums and everything for the year.
Yeah.
You can find that on blacksheepspringfield.com.
Hold on, I gotta pause. Are you wearing this from Dumbfest or like from your birthday?
This is from the Hobgoblin. From that-
Because you always wear it for
Another
2 months.
This was our biggest show this year. This was our highest attended show.
Well, then let's talk about it. I didn't want to
No,
keep
let's
it too
not
long.
talk about that.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
It was our biggest show. We don't need to say anything more. Yeah. I have a new book. This is my book talking about this year of the Twists.
Oh, cool.
Well, a zine, not
Yeah.
not a book.
Yeah, but it's pretty close to a book.
I got a mix CD in here. Toe Jam's Powerhouse of Hits. I just picked out some of my favorite releases this year, and I also talk about stuff I listened to this year
That's
that
awesome.
wasn't released this
So
year.
who commissioned you to do the book?
It's for me.
You just said I'm gonna do this book.
Yeah, I did it last year too.
That's killer.
And I kind of did more this year. So
Do you have a handful of copies available here?
Yes, I do. If I
Okay.
run out, I'll probably make more.
Yeah, no, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
it's just kind of something I did.
So
for
the
fun.
book would be your year review.
This is a little plug for a new band I'm doing called Living Thing. We're playing the anniversary show for Dumb
Nice.
Records.
Okay.
That's Jeff Lynne of ELO. Yeah.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. I just didn't
Oh, no,
want you
no.
to not want to go too long, go too short.
Rock and Roll Hardies was voted best show on our site of
It-
2015.
It hurts my heart that
That's
I
a-
couldn't be there. We had a
Oh,
family
it's okay.
event that I had to go to. So
And that's my personal number one show.
number one show, Rock. And how long had it been since they had music at Rock and Roll Hardies?
Since the 90s? Well, I don't know. They've had music, but they told us that
Like
was
an actual concert, like
They
huge.
told us that was for sure the biggest thing they've ever had there since they started in 1985.
So
Yeah.
that means you're gonna do it next year.
I'm thinking maybe for Dumpfest. Dumpfest 4.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Little- little
Huge stuff to look
spoiler.
forward
Spoiler of 2016.
Yes. Oh.
Drop. You heard it first, folks, on the Lincoln's Legends podcast.
to. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, is there anything else you want to go over? I don't want to cut you off.
No.
You sure? Okay. Well, thank you so much for being so great to the show and to me, and
Thanks for
looking
having me.
forward to 2016. It's going to be an awesome season. And keep Lincoln's Legends in your feed for updates, and we'll see you very soon.
Mhm.